Turn signal stopped working. Key on. Left turn signal, we've got nothing. Right turn signal works, but it doesn't turn off by itself once in a while. Left turn signal, we got nothing. Checked all the fuses. That's not it. Problem is most likely in the multifunction switch behind the fuse box. So let's open that up. It helps to have the van traveling in a straight line forward when you start this procedure. Good. If your wheel is sideways, now's a good time to fix that. Get the van traveling straight, and then we'll put the steering wheel on straight later. Step one, disconnect the battery. 10 millimeter. Set that off so it's not touching. Now wait until the airbag has ample time there to not be alive. We don't want that discharging when we're taking the steering wheel apart, so we're going to give that 20 minutes at least, I'd say. I used to let it set overnight, but I'm getting a little bit more brave in my old age, so 20 minutes is probably fine. I think the book, I don't remember what the book says. I think the book says 2 or 3 minutes, and frankly that scares the hell out of me. T20 bit behind the steering wheel. You find 2 recesses. Pull those 2 screws loose, and then the airbag will lift away. This is the wire you don't want to disconnect while the battery is hot, because pulling that out of there just might kick the airbag off in a very unfriendly way. 10 millimeter hex key into there. On a long breaker bar. Counter hold the steering wheel and pull that loose. Don't forget to disconnect this little black wire and the top yellow wire over here. And with that bolt removed, we're just going to grab the steering wheel and pull it straight out. Oops, forgot something. These little wires. Next step is to open the fuse box here. All right, we've got 2 Phillips head screws under here. Yeah. A 10 millimeter down here. And we can tip this out. Tip that out, clip it in up top there, and pull the positive wire off the fuse box. And now this should come down like that. I've got a 10 millimeter way down here. It might require a deep socket. I think I can cheat it by putting this on first. A 10 millimeter up top. And the fuse box comes down. That is a captive bolt, so that one's not going to come out of there. This one is a captive nut, so it stays attached to the power wire, hopefully. If this doesn't come out, you spin it and it just keeps spinning. Some of the aftermarket blinker attachments have a round doohickey instead of this square one, and it'll strip out in there. Just keep spinning it and pull a little bit until it comes out. You'll end up melting the plastic all around this, and when you go to put it back in, you're kind of going to do the same thing. Spin it until it's good and hot and melty and push it in there. Okay, then we've got 2 Phillips screws up top, and with those 2 screws removed, this will lift away. Helps to hold the cruise control up if you got it. Take that off. Now we've got 2 screws to worry about. Whoops. Yeah. 2 screws to worry about for the clock spring. They should be lined up right underneath here, like that one is, and here. So we're going to pull those loose. Now on the other screw heads, it could have been a Phillips bit number 2 or a Phillips bit number 1. On these, it really needs to be a number 1. Number 2 just isn't going to grab those screws. And we'll get up on top of it here so we can see down. Okay, now we have 2 screws to get at from underneath. One of them is right there. And the other one is, where is that other one? There. It's way up there.
If you like our content here at Florida Van Man, you can support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, and ringing the notification bell so that you get a notification every time we post a new video. In the description box of all of our videos, we also have links to our favorite products, as well as links so that you can get your very own Florida Van Man merch. Your support keeps our vans rolling.
Steering angle sensor off to the side. And pull the multifunction switch off. Now, if you have cruise control, you're going to want to save that. So we're back to the number 1 Phillips bit. And take the long screw out of the cruise control switch. And cruise control will slide up and out. Then we'll go mark this as no left turn signal. So putting the replacement unit back in the opposite order. Gonna start with the cruise control switch. Slides in like so. Long screw. Being careful how the cruise control wires go around the stalk there. All right, so steering angle sensor is going to go label side down. It goes on there. If you have a lot of trouble getting it on there, you might have it upside down. And then clock spring goes on over that. Kind of rotate it the way it was when we took it off. There we go. I'm installing used parts here, so I wanted to make sure it works right. I hooked up the battery and tested everything before continuing with reassembly. If you do this, make real sure you disconnect that battery again before you hook up the airbag. Blinker works. Right blinker works. Hazards work. Squirter works. We don't want to forget to hook up the horn wires. Verify that the battery is disconnected from the van. Bring in the airbag.